So here's what's been happening to me the last few months. And I don't pretend to have any neat conclusions to draw from it. I'm just going to observe. I have been busy, actively doing a lot of things. I have lost the compulsion to sit and write every single day. That was my former morning ritual. I've become more focused on products, revenue, business, which is a natural outgrowth of just the clock ticking away. I have become falsely dependent on being guided by other people, meaning, after graduating from these programs that I was in, the regimens that I was in, those weekly phone calls and classes and just staying on a very tight schedule, that space, again, is foreign to me still, and so I enrolled myself quickly in another program, plunked down some more money, and started following advice again, which, ironically, the two programs that I was in for the last year were all about releasing into the authenticity of what's already there and not needing to learn more and to be told how to. And so it's really interesting how I'm being kind of thrown into that again and feeling that I'm not doing it right, I'm not doing it fast enough. And yet, it's like this undeniable part of my brain that's being pulled towards it. And not sure what to do or what to make of it. I can just observe it right now and notice how there's some sort of an addiction there in my brain to doing it right and to following the rules. And all I can say is it makes me think of Wayne Dyer in his, being able to reflect on his life 30 years after, realizing this, that if he was put on this earth to learn and to teach self-reliance, then God said, well, we better get his ass into an orphanage. That's how he began to view every single aspect of his life as a gift. So if I were to do that right now and say, okay, if I were born, forget about healing other people with music, but if I were put on this earth just to learn how to really not care about other people's expectations and to really be unscathed by what other people think, then God put me in a family where there were tremendous expectations, and in a place where I learned that love was about taking the heat, taking the criticism, and learning to move with it. And in a way, both of those lessons are exactly what I need to learn what I need to learn and to teach it. And I'm learning to recognize both of those things. That I was raised with a tremendous sense of other people's expectations. Yes, I was raised to learn to deal with criticism. And both of those things, the recognition of those things, is necessary to move through them, beyond them, with them in my life. And so I recognize that not caring about other people's expectations goes hand in hand with being able to take criticism. Because by definition, not everyone is always going to agree with you or support you. You're going to have to become your own source of support. You're going to have to fall out of love with being your own greatest critic, because that's not the love you seek, even though it's the love you were given. You're seeking a greater, higher love that comes from spirit, source, something outside of human ego, something beyond it, something that connects all, something universal. Maybe you need to drop that need too. You need to drop the need for other people to experience things in the same way that you do. And that's a big one. And that goes along with the expectations and the criticism, because leaving other people in their experience of things is the ultimate form of honoring someone else and leaves you open to a lot of criticism, because it will bring up all kinds of things in other people, and you have to allow that, allow everything to flow through and not to have to change anything, control it, or have it be the way that you believe it needs to be. Because who are you? When did you become so smart? And how do you know what needs to happen and when? So honor and embrace your life, because it's exactly what you needed to become who you already